Okay, what's up, everybody? How are you this afternoon? Second stream today. A couple of things. One, I want to just hop on and do this week's new challenges because, again, I'm getting all those, what are they called, the jack upgrades, whatever, to your guns. You're going to see it in a second here. But also, since now we've had a little bit of time to take in what we saw this morning from COD Next and Liberty Falls, and to kind of discuss it, because, it's just a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of, things are a little bit different than they appeared. I don't know, I don't even know how to frame this. Anyway, a couple of things real quick about the beta, because Call of Duty just tweeted out, like, a minute ago, hey, a couple minutes ago, if you've got, I'll tell you exactly what this says. The whole wording of this. We're all excited for everyone to get their first taste of Black Ops 6. If you have the latest version of the game, the COD beta is already preloaded and you can drop straight into the action. Does that not sound like you can play it right now? What's up, Ghostface? Did you know Verdansk is back? Yeah, I mean, I've been telling you guys that for like a year, literally. I think it's legit about a year I've been telling you guys that the next Warzone map is going to be Verdansk again. And I was even talking about this morning. I got confused because I'm seeing this new map that's coming for Warzone that apparently is not even for this year's game. It's not the... we saw today, what's it called, like Area 99 or something like that? It's not that, but like a new Warzone map for like COD 2025, maybe, something? Because I was like, I thought Verdansk was coming, and then it's like, okay, well, I guess not. But then, yes, absolutely confirmed today, by the way, that Verdansk is coming. So actually, Ghostface, thanks for bringing that up, because that is 100% confirmed. But by the way, just in case you're thinking, well, maybe you can drop right into the beta right now, just go, if you go over to the beta, click on it, it just brings you to the pre-order. Like, this is what you get if you buy the Vault Edition. You cannot. And then they since have tweeted, because people like me were tweeting it out, like, hey, what the hell's going on? You made word of this, like we could play right now, we could drop right in right now. And they tweeted back out, see you on Friday. So it's not going to go live early. We do have to wait until Friday, probably, I think, 10 a.m. Pacific time, maybe 9 a.m., but we'll see. The other thing is, you can absolutely pre-download now. Should I show you that, actually, before we even get started? If we go to so this is the new Call of Duty app, by the way. This is the Call of Duty HQ on your homepage. They changed the picture from Valeria. We're now onto a Black Ops 6 picture. But if you go to that, go to Manage, Game and Add-ons. Manage, blah, blah, blah. So the base game, again, installed. Then here, the BO6 beta. That. Now, there's a whole bunch of little add-on packs, like stuff like this down here. I mean, I'm not going to get, like, my gobblegums early or whatever, but make sure you are checking off all of these when you do it. Make sure everything is checked off here that basically looks like Black Ops 6. Excuse me. I think that might be it. Dude, there's so many things. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous. Now we're down to like the gobblegums. These are the skins. We saw some of the like the Mastercrafts and the operator skins. We saw that during today's live stream during COD Next. So I have them, obviously ready to go. And Vault Edition Pack 1. Like, I don't think I'm going to need this stuff yet. I mean, I might as well do it. Actually, I'm not going to do it right now, because another thing to tell you guys is when I downloaded this stuff initially, it undownloaded. I don't know how it got rid of my Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Like, I just hopped on trying to do like the regular zombie stuff, and it was why does it say I only have 71 gigs of storage free? That's simply not true. Look at, oh wait, oh, that might be why. Because if you go look at here, right, like I have 475 gigs of storage free. But it's like, what's on my external drive? I have an external drive, and I have the hard drive on the console itself. That might be why. I'm going to have to do a little bit of manipulating, moving things around a little bit. I don't have to do that now. I'm going to do that later. But that's really good to know, because I have everything, like all this new stuff, on my external drive. I might have to go ahead and put it on the actual game console itself. I'm not spending $100 for it. You don't have to, man. You definitely don't have to. Anyway, but it got rid of my multiplayer, and which takes away zombies as well. So just make sure when you download everything, load your game, just check to make sure everything is working properly, like as it should, and then go back and then, you know, if you need to, go and check all those little files and check them off and like individually tick them off and make sure they're working. So, okay. We're going to do our weekly challenges here for the Jack Death March, which looks like it does go on the bell. Okay, I don't know what the attachment does, but we're going to, I mean, we'll try it out. It looks like it's turning it into a shotgun. It kind of looks like it turned the, Pug, what's up, man? Yeah, it has been a while. Remember what we did with the Morse sniper rifle? That kind of looks like this. And the challenges, if you notice, are 1, complete 10 contracts. That's easy. 250 criticals with shotguns. That's a lot of shotgun criticals, man. So that might take us a minute. 300 kills with an assault rifle or battle rifle. 500 kills with shotgun. Like, they up the challenges at the end of the year. Like, I don't understand why they're making things harder at the end of the year, but 10 kills without being hit, 20 times with a shotgun, 150 kills weapon set to burst fire, which we're not going to do, 100 tac stance kills with assault rifles, which we're probably not going to do either, because I'm just going to use a assault rifle to get 300 total kills. That's literally like, we can do one escort contract and we'll basically be done. It makes it shoot lasers. Oh, does it really? Chip, do I have a PC? Yes, I have a PC. So yeah, I'm tracking basically the shotgun ones and the like I said, that 300 kill assault rifle one. You can kind of just see what we're going in with, like nothing special. So we're gonna do the fire. We use the double crystal. We use the regular ether tool here in Speed Cola right off the bat, and we're just kind of take it from there. This is really like a kind of a just, we're getting this unlocked and we're just chatting about what we saw today. Which, to be honest with you, it wasn't the best thing ever, right? If you saw it. Liberty Falls looked a little... At first, it's kind of weird because it looked really big, to me at least at first. And then once you started noticing where the gameplay was in like the kind of loop that they were in, the circle, it's like, oh, it's actually pretty small. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. And there's only like 3 or 4 stores that you can actually go in. And it just didn't seem like that big a deal. But there might be a couple, supposedly, I don't know, people are talking about this underground location that might be there, and also the mansion, or the big, like, you remember, you know, from the trailer where Richtofen is, and he comes down those huge stairs, and there's a dinosaur skeleton there. It looks like a natural history museum or something. So there might be a way into those places, and they simply didn't show us all the things that are available today. It's entirely possible. A lot of people are disappointed that we're getting like some of the same mini bosses that we've had in the past and want like all new kind of stuff, and that doesn't upset me that much. I mean, I kind of, yeah, I guess. Everyone in Milo's stream kept spamming Liberty Balls. Yeah, after my stream earlier today, I dipped out and I checked out a couple of other streams, what people were doing, and the people in the chat were just, I mean, like some of them had legitimate, you know, like, oh, I don't think this looks good, I'm wondering about that. That kind of makes me a little bit nervous, and oh, I don't know. But then other people were just, I mean, their complaints are literally just taking what other people have said in the past about the game and just repeating it when it doesn't even make sense. Like, oh, they got bored, so they just did, like, Liberty Falls. Like, what does that mean? Like, how does that... What did I just do? Oh, man, what did I just do? Did I drop my gas mask? Oh, I put it up here. That was done. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Just some, like, stupid stuff. Like, stuff that literally doesn't even make sense. Like, they got bored. What are you talking about? They got bored. Like, oh, it's just a cash grab. Everybody, it's Cold War Part 2. Or, you know, Cold War 1.5 or whatever. Like, okay, I mean, it's a sequel to Cold War, so that it feels something like Cold War, I mean, it shouldn't be that surprising, right? I mean, if you go from older Black Ops games, like from 2 to 3, are you like... I mean, 3 obviously is the best ever. But are you like confused? Like, how are these two related? Or from 3 to 4 and you're like... It doesn't even feel like these games have anything to do with each other. Like, no. I don't know. It's just... I mean, to me, zombies is kind of zombies, so... Maybe? I don't know. It's got something to it. But like, when I hop into... If I hop into, like, IW feels different, yes. Not even that much different, though. But if I hop into a Sledgehammer Zombies game, then it feels different. And they all feel a little bit different, you know, here and there. But, like, not massively. They're related to each other. Like, why would they feel that much different? I don't know. I think there's a lot of... I think there's a lot of people... I still get comments all the time from, you know, videos about older, like the World at War stuff, and like, oh man, like, you know, they definitely can do this. I don't know why they don't just put these maps back in the game. They obviously can, if like they have it in Cold War. Like, well, they're not trying to give you old maps. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't... There's just complaints that don't make sense. Like, what are you talking about? If we just got... All we got was, like, just straight up remakes, remasters of old maps, wouldn't you be upset? Like, is that all you really want? You just want another Noct every game? You want another Shino every game? Another Kino every game? Like, I mean, and that didn't come out till BO1, so is that okay? Or do we, you know, we can only do the 3 World at War maps? I don't know. Too many people, like, you know, dealing in nostalgia, just living off of it, feeding off of it, and wishing they were in junior high playing with their friends again. Like, life goes on, man. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, and again, there are some legit complaints. Like I said, the map, it did look a bit small. It did look a bit bland. I don't have any kind of issue. People were talking about, like, you know, the daytime, is that, like, killing the vibe that it's in the daytime? Like, Origins was in the daytime. Horizon was in the daytime. A lot of maps. Way more than you realize. It's kind of funny, because, like, I think I was just talking about this yesterday with you guys. Like, you think most stuff, because you think scary, zombies, nighttime. Bad things happen in the dark, right? Garag Crovy. I mean, almost all of Black Ops 3 is in the daytime. I mean, Revelations is kind of in space, or I don't know where, you know, that technically takes place even. So that's a bit different. But yeah, I mean, most of these are daytime maps. It's just, you can give a vibe to it. It's just, like, being daytime alone doesn't kill the vibe. It's like what you do with the atmosphere. You know, it's up to the game makers to create a feel. And I will say, by looking at it, it was like too starkly daytime. It's just bright. It's kind of like Outbreak. Like when you hop onto Golova or something on Outbreak on Cold War. It's just like, it just kind of feels sanitized. And that's not what you want, obviously. But the daytime aspect in and of itself, I think, is not an issue for me at all. I can't stand negative people. I mean, I don't... Look, I understand, though, like, there's concern. There's also, like, people take a little bit too much ownership of the things that they like, and they think that it's theirs now. And people that like old, you know, the World at War stuff, and, like, that's all they want. But they don't even really want that. They just want that reminder of what it was like when they were younger. I mean, Call of Duty, I've said it a million times to you guys. They have a nostalgia problem. Whether they should keep feeding into it or not, I mean, I don't know. Whatever, I don't know. It's the best-selling game every year, so what the hell do I know? But, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some issues. And it's not that there aren't... Like I said, I mean, I'm underwhelmed compared to how I was going in. Like, after seeing that trailer... with Richtofen on, you know, I mean, it was incredible, and I was like so pumped. And I was like, I don't even really know which map I want to play first. And now I'm like, oh, 100%, yeah, I'm going to play Terminus first. Like 100% playing Terminus first. And I think, like, again, the map, what we saw today of Liberty Falls, it did lack some atmosphere. It did lack some feel. It was that kind of, you know, that thing you kind of can't quite put your finger on. And it does have me a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I'm definitely willing to give them a shot. Also, I liked Cold War. I mean, it's not the best zombies there ever was, but Cold War was fun. I liked it. It's like the trend now to make heat videos on Call of Duty. I need to pay attention to the road. I have a free gift. Okay, that's great, Landon. The jet gun and ray gun look good. The jet gun looks insanely huge when you see like the characters holding it from the, like a third-person perspective, or if like you were seeing your friend hold it. It looks. I mean, it looks like somebody holding a jet engine. It's kind of crazy. These people are still stuck in 2010. I mean, a lot of them are. Like, and again, I see it pretty much every day with somebody, because that. I mean, thankfully, that shorts video that I made is still doing really well. It's like over 7.5 million views. Let's just go do this. By the way, this is not about like us doing anything crazy today. I'm really just trying to get this this jack upgrade thing done. So we're gonna do some tier 1. We're gonna do some tier 2 stuff. Like, I'm just kind of chatting with you guys. We might end up in the dark ether at some point. I don't know. I don't really care. Like I said, this stream right now is just to kind of chat with you guys, and I'm curious to hear your feedback. Like, what did you think? And I switched my controls again, like off of the, like, I'm on hold to reload, tap to interact again, and it's, as you can see, I've hopped in and out of the car a couple times by accident. Like, ray gun had glossy paint this time around. Yeah, they definitely gave it a little bit of a buff. I mean, like a physical, like, made it look nice. And they were talking about it during the stream. How they added some, like, when you're holding it, like, you see it, like, the thing spinning in the back. Like, just kind of added a few little things to it to make it look nice. Make it look a little bit different, a little upgraded kind of a thing. Which, you know, I'm also one of those people, like, you know, they keep putting in the ray gun because of people like the whole nostalgia thing. They're trying to cater to both, and I think they probably do a pretty good job of trying to bring in the new while satisfying the older players. I mean, if we didn't have a ray gun, I wouldn't care. I just wouldn't. I mean, when's the last time you were like, oh, the ray gun's awesome? I mean, a little bit in Cold War, actually, at the beginning of Cold War. But do you really use it in that game? They're like, oh man, I gotta hit the box to get the ray gun. Because nobody liked it in Black Ops 3. Because it was too weak. I don't know. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just think some people are just waiting for it to fail. Like, it can't fail fast enough or can't fail hard enough. For whatever reason, they just want to crap on it. And again, I'm underwhelmed after seeing what we saw today from Liberty Falls. At the same time, I'm definitely going to give it a chance. I mean, I'll definitely give it a chance. And Terminus still looks pretty awesome. So I'm all right with how, you know, kind of where we sit. I wish I was blown away today, and I wasn't. So that's like, oh. But I don't know. We'll see. At this point, I just really, especially after Call of Duty tweeted that out a few minutes ago, like, they really made it sound like, oh my god, early access to the early access beta. Like, let's go. I can hop on right now. I was legit gonna cancel the stream and just be like, oh screw it, I'm gonna go play the multiplayer. But didn't need to. Because they didn't lie. They just worded it very poorly, I think. I mean, what did you guys think of Liberty Falls? What, I mean, you saw it as well, I'm sure. Some of you were here in my stream with me, watching it live. Others, I mean, you watched maybe somebody else. You just watched it on your own. COD Next. Try and aim a little bit high. I'm gonna try to remind myself. We need criticals here. And go get dead shot. I don't know, for whatever reason, I also don't think, like, I truly don't think we saw all of what the map was today. I think there are some parts that are going to be available to us, like perhaps that museum or mansion or whatever the hell it is. This whole underground thing, maybe to, like, over to the graveyard and whatever. The map reminded me of Outbreak. Now, I can see that, but to me it's about the way it looked, like the color scheme, like the bright daylight kind of thing about it, rather than like any actual kind of gameplay. Did somebody take my car that was over here? No, it's still there. Okay. Let's go. Let's go get some perks. We have 18 grand. We'll get some dead shot, because we have to get headshots. I mean, we're doing alright aiming high here with the shotty. It looks good though. I mean, like it... I was like, where did that dude come from?
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah, I think it's nice looking. I do think it kind of lacks some atmosphere though, for sure. Oh, actually, let's go under... It did seem to be, like, to me, to be lacking some atmosphere, some feel, right? And there's, you know, I don't know how you would describe a lack of feel, or other than it just doesn't have it. This shotgun is actually pretty good. Was this thing called the Reclaimer or something? It's fairly strong. Doesn't hold a ton of ammo, but... Okay, that's one challenge done. What did we miss? Yeah, it didn't have any vibe. Yeah, it really kind of didn't. And now, I mean, honestly, there's also, like, things are... I've, you know, said this a million times, because, you know, I've seen people do various things in game, and then, like, you think, like, including Tagged or Toten, like, you've seen that end cutscene, and it's kind of like, ooh, that's kind of... But when you're doing it yourself, I don't know, it definitely feels different. To me, at least. No, we need fire. Napalm.
Move over. I got the wheel.
So we don't know, like, I guess none of us here, you know, we don't know how it kind of feels, but yeah, it definitely, it did lack that kind of, ooh, zombies kind of stuff to it. Or just some, like, the feel of the town. Like, putting it in a kind of, you know, quaint little town, it didn't have any of that ambiance to it either, which is... well, I don't know. I was going to say that might have been the easier part to do, but I don't think that's actually true. But it feels like they could have done something with that as well. You know what? Let's go to that one. I don't want to go over there. Not with the car. We got to see Abby, the abomination. So, I mean, like, are you guys okay with having manglers and, I mean, I didn't see any disciples, I didn't notice any, but the abominations, do you want, like, only new stuff, like, per every map, or, like, new enemies, I guess, new enemy types? Like, I think kind of having new enemy types be specific, oh, no, he's already here. He drew the zombies to him, and now I'm drawing them away from him. But I have to get back over there myself, my dude. Okay, homie. He's not there. And he better not steal my... Oh, god dang. Okay, okay. Okay, we weren't ready for that. We weren't ready for that. We were not prepared for that. Okay. That scared me a little bit. There were those new bug things. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing is, like, I kind of agree with this. Like, that felt like a... Kind of like the spiders on Zetsubo. I thought those were going to be specific to Terminus. And now they're just on the maps now. Like, those are the new Hellhounds? I guess, maybe? Oh, see, like... The one thing I can't deal with is that... is bosses. Alright, I'm just gonna pop that down. Just get off me. Oh dear. Ooh, hamburger. Alright. Let's get out of there. Let's go. If we can find another escort, I'll be happy. We can check up on our, where we stand in a second with our... Here we go.
Market contract.
With our challenges. I saw the reskin mimic. Was there a mimic? Did I not notice it? I mean, a couple of ways to look at it, right? There's the... Every new map should get its own new stuff every time. Kind of a deal. Like, okay, I mean, I can understand that. At least you want things to, you know, keep things fresh, and now it seems to be like these bosses are kind of just what we do now. Like, everything kind of feels like kind of like on Outbreak, or like on this. I mean, which again they do call Outbreak in-house. Like, it's the Outbreak maps are where you put everything together, like all the stuff. Just because it's a, you know, the big maps. So you just go ahead and throw everything in. But like the individual maps should feel individual. That's what makes them feel like their own specific thing. Like, just going back to Cold War, D Machina with the Megatons, right? And then Firebase with the Mimics. Mauer had the Disciples, and Forsaken had the Abomination. Brand new stuff, all of them. Brand new. I literally just went and got these things. And I think that's a good way to go. And it is kind of a bummer that, like, oh, we're getting the same ones again. That thing with the body parts? Yeah, absolutely, that's true. He's called the Amalgam chip. That's true. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the reskin mimic. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it definitely has that aspect to it. And again, that's felt like, okay, that should be on Terminus, right? Because that's where the crazy experiments are happening. We're definitely going to stream Zetsubo no Shima here real soon. I want to do a little bit more research on Division 9, and we're going to chat about that as we're playing through it. But yeah, I do think it's kind of a bummer. Like, you should give each map should have its own individual feel. It should feel like that map. That's where That's the map with the Abomination on it. That's the map with the Mangler on it. That's the map with with whatever on it. You know what I mean? Like it should feel like that. Again, Zetsubo had the spiders, but now it's just kind of like, well, we made the model for it. Like, let's put it on everything. It just feels a little bit like, not that they're not trying hard enough. I shouldn't say that, but like they're making things a little bit homogenized and everything, you know, one size fits all. How about that? Is that a good way to put it? And that's just not what Zombies is. It's kind of like when they try to keep putting multiplayer maps, you know, for Zombies and like reskin them and do something to fold it into Zombies. Like, it just leave Zombies as Zombies, man. Okay, so that's 75. That notice we just got there. That's not actually the Jack challenge. I think that's just like a daily challenge. Oh, reload. All the way.
Disengaging drive systems. Zombie neutralized.
All right, let's check in here. 130, 92 of those. Well, I'm not elite zombie kills with torque. No, that's not what I'm tracking. Useless. Oh. Yeah, I'm just, that does make me worry a little bit. Like I said, like they're kind of just, instead of it's like for the map, it's for the game. And that would be definitely a little bit of a bummer. Especially when they just had, like I said, with Cold War even. Like that was, each map had their own specific, you know, mini boss or, you know, big boss. For a specific reason as well. Like there was, you know, story behind it that was created there. The Megaton, you know, we saw with Orlov, and what happened, you know, with the particle accelerator going in there, and that's where the outbreak initially occurred. And they were trying to reverse engineer it, you know, like with Vogel doing his experiments, and so it made sense. I see you. 500. Okay, so we've got 500 kills. So that's done. I kind of don't even care what's in the rift because you know it's not going to be good. There is some kind of glitch going on when, like, you get the one perk in the reward rift, and then you keep getting that same reward. That's like the third Deadshot Daiquiri that I've seen pop up now. Already. Anyhow, like these first couple, I'm not even wasn't tracking those. It didn't register that I'm tracking the. Okay, that's fine. What do I care? I will say though, like still, I mean, the kind of the somewhat ironic, at least I guess, is we saw Terminus, and Terminus, like the gameplay, I was like, oh damn, and the trailer was fine, and then we saw the trailer for Liberty Falls, was like, oh my god, and then we saw the gameplay, it was like, oh fine. So we kind of flipped the two, right? And you know, I've been saying to you guys too, like with BO3, we had the Giant and we had Shadows of Evil, right? So one was kind of the smaller, level your guns up.
Market contract.
I don't want to do that one, do I? or whatever, it doesn't matter. And the other one is, although both of our maps here have main quest Easter eggs, but like in BO3 it was like that has the main one of them has the main quest, the other is just like a high round map, level up your guns, get a lot of kills, whatever. And it kind of feels like that's what Liberty Falls is now, even though it does have a main quest to it. So if that's the case, I mean, I won't be like super sad about it, but I will be a little bit disappointed because it, again, they have had the extra year to do this as well. Like, I don't know. And BO4 had classified. I mean, it also had 3 other full-size main quest Easter egg maps. So I don't know. It's today has left me. Whereas, like, seeing the trailer for Liberty Falls was like, I am so incredibly hyped for this game now. Or like when I saw the gameplay for Terminus, I was like, oh shoot, this map is huge. They got that tentacle arm thing coming out of the water. They got new perk. They got, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, it looks awesome. So I'm a little bit less like completely amped than I was yesterday, I suppose. But I'm still really looking forward to it. It still looks like a really good game. If it's like a one kind of so-so map, I can live with the one, whatever map. I mean, I'm not happy about it, but I can live with it. I don't want it to be that way. I want them all to be awesome. But, you know. And maybe they will be. I haven't touched them yet, so it certainly could be. Maybe, you know, we didn't see anything today about with Easter egg stuff, obviously. Although I don't even think they should have had that whole access to the vault and the keys with the safety deposit boxes. Although it doesn't seem like there's great rewards in there, or at least what they had today. I don't think they should have even shown that. Like, anything that you have to solve, I just don't think they should have shown. Oh my god. But they did, and I wish they wouldn't do that. I gotta be honest. I need to aim down sight more so I can get these headshots. Get this done, because it's a lot of headshots. What was it, 100? Or 200? 250? It was a lot of headshots with a shotgun, so I don't even remember. And apparently I turned them on to track, but they're not tracking. I don't know why, so. That's why we're doing a lot of, like, if we see an escort mission, like, we're doing the escorts, because I need a ton of kills. I would honestly be happy to never see another Mimic again in my life, I gotta be honest. I grew pretty tired of these things.
I got the wheel.
Like, I should just hop out and kill these dudes. Don't run them over. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Like, after today, are you more, less, same, as far as excitement level of what you were thinking of the game? Because to me, I mean, it kind of brought my mood down a little bit. But now that I'm thinking about it some more, I'm like, nah. I think it's still going to be fine. And I'm still really looking forward to it. And Terminus, you know, to me, looks like it's going to be awesome. I do worry, though, that there's a little bit like that one, even with like Jimmy Zielinski, he was kind of like his Easter egg kind of stuff was just kind of like, they were random and kind of wild and just kind of like nuts, but they were creative. And with Blundell, of course, they were very creative. They were very like evil genius kind of, you know, stuff. And it just seems like it's a little bit vanilla. Like with Cold War, which again, I liked Cold War. I'm not slamming Cold War. I liked Cold War. And I hope this new game, I don't know, it just like, I hope the Easter eggs are harder, and I hope there's more to do. They've already said there's a shoot ton of side Easter eggs, so that's awesome. I wish we had a big outbreak. That's all of green on. That would have been cool, actually. Sounds fun. Oh. Hold on. I shouldn't have put on elemental pop. Although we already got our 500 fire kills. But I need these headshots. Sounds fun. I'm gonna wait before I get it just to make sure it's not a dumpster fire on lunch. Pug, do you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate? If you do, whether it's on Xbox or PC, you can play it for free on day one. Although I don't have it and I'm not paying $20 a month for it. I think that's a lot. Like, I just don't play enough games to make it worth my while. It seems like the kind of, like, or I think the kind of, on the surface sounds like the kind of thing like, oh, I should be totally into that. $20 a month, I can play however many games, but like, I mostly play the one game. Or at least, Call of Duty Zombies. It might be Cold War, it might be BO3 or 4 or 2 or whatever, but it's pretty much the one thing. So getting Game Pass Ultimate is actually not ideal for me at all. My friend, though, he's got it, and it kind of glitched somehow, and he's getting it for like, I can't remember his deal. He's getting it for like, I don't know if it's the $1 a month, like the introductory price, or if it's like $5 a month that he's paying rather than 20, something like that. So he doesn't actually need to buy it. He's just going to use that thing. I don't know how, if I knew how we did it, I would pass it along to you guys. I don't. I would probably get it myself at that point. Mitchell, fight the final boss. You fight the final boss. I am the final boss. What are you talking about? I do not. I'm on PlayStation. Okay.
Move over. I got the wheel.
I mean, I definitely don't think it's going to be dumpster fire levels. It certainly looks. I mean, Terminus at least looks worth it alone. I definitely don't think it's going to be bad. And they have said they made it more difficult than Cold War, which I think is a great thing. If they can even find somewhere like of a balance between, like halfway between Cold War and BO3, I'll be happy. If it takes a day to fully solve, I'll be happy. Put it that way. A full day to solve. If it takes 4 hours, I'm going to be like, yeah, you guys didn't really do it. And then Terminus, like I mean, Liberty Falls, I think there's going to be a lot more that we, to it than we kind of don't realize quite yet. The Tiny Wonder Walk for $350 was hilarious. Dude, that was kind of embarrassing. When he pulled it out from underneath the desk, I was like, oh, it looks... I literally thought it was a joke at first. And then they kept going on about how, like, yeah, and you can pick it up right... You can pre-order it now. And I went into the COD store on stream, if you want to see it, like, $350 for that thing. I mean, it looked like a... Who said it? Like was here earlier, like a $20 Walmart toy. And it does. I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought he was messing around. Like the ray gun, I mean, I think you're crazy. I mean, I don't think you're crazy. I shouldn't say that. It's your money. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. I wouldn't have spent $600 on that ray gun, even though I thought the ray gun looked really cool. I would not spend $350 on this thing, and I don't think it looks cool at all. It looks like a cheap toy. It really did. And I would, honestly, if I was them, I would be embarrassed to sell that. I mean, for that kind of money. That was a $20 toy. Looks like a $20 toy. So I find that embarrassing. I find it embarrassing for them. Microsoft is now investigating all of your friends to find the glitch. Yeah, probably. Liberty Falls sounds fun. We'll see. I mean, like I said, who knows? I don't want to certainly... I mean, all we can do at this point, in fairness to us, is kind of sit back and judge what we saw. That we didn't get to play it early. So all we can do is judge what we saw, and what we saw looked a little bit, I think for the most part, underwhelming. Doesn't mean that the full game, the full map rather, will be underwhelming. But what we saw was like, oh, doesn't look like the best thing ever. Are there really no...
Marking contract.
We can... no, I need a car. We might go final exfil just to get the extra kills. It's gonna be Shaheen Manor.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Well, you know, down in that area. Alright. People are still buying the jug fridges for like $450. Yeah, but that looks awesome, though. I would buy that. The jug fridge, one, it actually works as a fridge. And two, it looks cool as hell. This, like, I mean, again, the ray gun I thought actually looked good, although I wouldn't spend $600 for it. The Wunderwaffe, I don't think looked good. It looked cheap, and it's $350, and I think that's kind of nutty. But again, what anybody else does with their money is totally up to them. It's got nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. Look at all these zombies spawning over here. Has nobody been over here? The entire game? Like, why were there so many of them? And the, do you guys remember for Black Ops 4, they had the mystery box, that new style mystery box? That was one of the pre-order bonuses. They should do something like that. Like, if they're going to do that Wunderwaffe, which I'm kind of glad they didn't do it as, like, the pre-order bonus thing, like the jug fridge, because I might have been tempted just to... I mean, not for $350, but if it was, you know, somewhere less than that, I might have been tempted, and I kind of... It just didn't look good. It didn't look like there was a lot of detail in it either, and... I don't know. Again. What's it matter? Oh, something we might do. Speaking of, Mitch, you were saying with the final boss thing earlier. I did it with a friend of mine yesterday, 2 days ago. I don't know. Time means nothing to me anymore. And I mentioned this on the stream earlier today, but we were doing, you know, going through it, and there's that, was it the little screen thing that you find? What's it called? The like the R&D or the P? No, I don't know. Whatever. The little finder, the thermo finder that you use to find the arrows to go to like the hidden boss fight. That little thing, whatever that thing's called. We found it doing the regular boss, so you don't have to go into like the tier 5 Elder Sigil thing to find that. And the only reason why we didn't do it, because I wanted to do it, but he hadn't done the story mode yet. He hadn't completed the original boss fight yet. So we wanted to get him done on that, and you know, get Mr. Peaks, the whole deal. But I'm curious, so we might do that tonight. I don't know. Again, I'm leveling up a shotgun, and that boss fight is not shotgun friendly. It's a long range situation, so it wouldn't obviously suit bringing a shotgun. And I'm just trying to get the jack, whatever that thing was called for the bell, unlocked.
Move over. I got the wheel.
So we might do it. We'll see. Is this the new zombies? No, this is not the new zombies.
Hostile corpse terminated.
So many spawning. R4D, yeah, DR, something like that. R4D, R4RD, R2D2. Something like that. I honestly don't remember. That camo looks pretty sick though. And the funny thing is I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna go through it and do this. I probably maybe even stream it tomorrow. Maybe I'm glad a little bit that the beta didn't come out today. Like totally teased us. Look at this. And this was happening to my buddy yesterday. Whenever we did this, we were doing after we did the story mission. There we go. There's the criticals. Okay. So, do you guys remember what else? What else do I need to do with the shotgun? I got the 500 kills. I got the headshots. What else was there? Do you remember? Because even though I tracked it, it didn't track. The hell? WD-40. Anyway, you see how my truck is like this? So we were doing the upgrade. We were getting the drum, and we were over in tier 3 over there, and we're like, I don't know, we were getting, or maybe it was before. Oh, geez, I totally forgot about this part. Okay, so a whole series of events went down. Let me just go. We can go do this boss.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Or whatever, right now. So the first time we tried to go into do the first time we tried to go into do the boss, like the story boss mission, we went into the portal and it literally just, we got black screened, nothing happened. It never changed. We stayed there for like minimum of 5 minutes. I don't know the exact time, so whatever. But it was at least 5 minutes. We never got off the black screen, never got a countdown, never said waiting, loading level, like nothing. We were just on a black screen, and I was like, screw it, dude. Like, we just gotta bail. So we did. Fortunately, we didn't lose our stuff though, which was shocking, to be honest with you. We just wasted our time. We didn't lose our stuff. So it wasn't the worst thing, because honestly, it's like, it's not that hard to get back to that point. But anyway, so that happened to us the first game. Then the next game, like I said, we're going to tier 3, or maybe it was like after we did the story mission. I can't remember like the exact sequence of how this went down. But he's like, "Oh no, I'm lagging, and I was like, "Uh-oh." You know, like you're fine on my screen and I'm not lagging, so maybe it's just your connection real quick. And then like this kept happening, and then at one point we were standing over in tier 3, kind of near the Wonder Fizz where I just went. Did you ever find a blood burner? No, I didn't.
Move over. I got you.
Oh wait. Oh, that just popped up. Okay. I mean, I did the mission. I had to wait for my key to cool down. My schematic. But we're standing in tier 3, and we're over by that Wonder Fizz that like I said, that I just showed you, where I just went and got all my perks in this game. And all of a sudden, I just turned to my left, and because he starts like going, "Oh my God, no!" And I look, and all you can see is his head, and he's got his parachute out, and he's standing like he's fallen through the ground. Like we hadn't parachuted into the place. There was no reason for a parachute to be out. He had just like fallen through the map, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no." And I was like, "Let me get the bike and see if you can just like interact with the blood burner, and you can like hop onto it." And he's like, "No, no, I'm moving again, like I'm drifting away." And I kind of just, I followed on the mini map. I could see his, his little player icon thing, and he was going down toward the river. And I just chased him down, and he was going like basically it looked like he was kind of drowning, but he's like falling through the map in the river. And I was like, "I'm about to drive over you. Just keep holding your interact button." And I drove over him and picked him up. He was able to get up onto the bike, and we saved our game that way. It's like we almost lost like all of our stuff again. Like we've been, completely useless. You burn your golden armor, ether blades, like all the good stuff. Stuff that takes 2 to 3 days to regenerate for whatever reason. And then it just reminded me, because when I parked the car and it literally went halfway through the ground, I was like, oh. So something's going on with this game, man. Like, with these updates and stuff, like it's just kind of. It ended up being a very lackluster year because they didn't update the game after the initial, release. And then for them to just really kind of just give up here at the end, like things just don't work. It's just kind of the final spit in your face, kind of like, well, we don't give a crap. Year's over. We didn't care about zombies to begin with. It's not even our thing. But I will say, the final boss fight, that is fun. I think it's genuinely a fun boss. Doing it with 2 people, by the way. So you guys, you know, we're here. I mean, that's also my second time doing it, so you kind of know what to expect. But breezed through it, no problems. Didn't go down. Did it flawlessly. Like, it was just fun, and you know, hopping around from island to island. And that's just even having one other person there. Like, the difference in this game between solo and even just being in a 2-man squad is just, it's literally night and day, man. Literally night and day. But Mitchell, yeah, I think it was you that were talking about before, like when we were looking for the blood burner those that day or two, when I had that glitch where it literally just couldn't open the reward rift, and saying like it might be that because you know how everything else for all those with the items to, and get them and upgrade them, you have to use something that you earned, a schematic that you earned throughout the year. It really genuinely, I think you might be right that they don't spawn in the regular blood burner on the map, because we drove around a lot that day, and I went around since, and I never found one, like an actual one that just spawned in. I took a couple of pictures of one that I found at an exfil at the end of a game, which I was like, oh my god, I have like, you know, literally 2 minutes to get this done, but I'll do it. And it was, of course, the bike was completely broken down, like you couldn't drive it. It was critical damage had been done. But even with that, I'm assuming it was probably somebody's that they brought into the game, because I never found one at a spawn location. And I checked at the beginning of, I mean, how many games did I do that day? And that wasn't even everything. That was just the stuff I did on stream. You did find one the next day. Yeah, I found that one at the expo, but again, that was at the end of the game, and there's nowhere to know, honestly, whether it was somebody's, you know, that they made with a key, or if it was the actual games, you know, like the one that they spawn in for free. But I never saw one at any of the spawns, and we were going by that map. Ooh, let's go this way, it's faster. And I wouldn't be surprised, and it would make sense. Like, you can't do the final thing until you've done all the other stuff leading up to it. Like, I get that. That's fine. I don't really have a problem with that. Although, it'd be like, you know, you can't play Revelations, you can't do the boss fight unless you've beaten all the other. Like, that's a little like, I don't know. But, I don't know. It's a different style of game. And the only thing I was going to say the only thing you really have to get through, but there's actually quite a lot. If you think back to the beginning of the year, there was like, what, 50 missions total for Acts 1, 2, and 3 combined? And then all of the Dark Ether stuff, you had to get all the, you know, those schematics. Like, that's actually a fair amount. Like, if you were to pick this up, because this just came to Game Pass recently, if you were to pick this up and start playing it now, brand new, like you've never touched it, this is actually quite a lot for you to do. Especially when you consider all the Dark Ether rifts and everything, the schematics and doing all that. When you're getting one of those every 2 months, it's not a whole hell of a lot. But if you were to just hop into it now for the first time, like, there's a fair amount for you to do, and like plenty of time to enjoy, especially if it's a free game for, you know, you've got it on Game Pass and you're already paying for it. You know, Game Pass, you're not paying for the game itself. It'd be totally worth it. Joe, what's up, man? Joe's always super polite, man. Always says hi to me and to chat. Love that. Every time. We like good people around here. Joe's good people. Seems like it. He could be Dexter in real life. Like, he's a serial killer. But, you know, even Dexter, he only killed the killers. So, we're still on Joe's side. I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, he killed the... I don't even remember who Dokes was, dude. I saw... I never saw the end, and then there was the whatever that they did. The late, like, they did, like, one final season, like, 10 years later or whatever it was. I don't know. Let's leave that there. Let's go do that.
Contract.
I do kind of like in this game how when the ether storm comes out, you get these like massive amounts of zombies. Like it's kind of like rats fleeing a sinking ship, or cockroaches scurrying from a fire or from smoke. You know, when you turn the lights on, like ah, they're trying to get away from the danger. I think it's kind of a nice little touch. And then like when you went into certain areas that had like nobody had gone into yet, there were more zombies there than there typically would be, you know, after you clear it one time. I think they did a few things right in this. I just wish they had... Again, I don't have any problems with the form itself. I just... That they stopped updating is my only issue with this game. I mean, there are the things where, you know, it would lag out and you would lose all your stuff. I hate that, obviously. I mean, it goes beyond annoying sometimes. It's just downright frustrating and painful. But, you know, all in all... I always try to be. You know, by the way, Joe, you see, you know, I said all that and like how you always say hi to everybody in chat. Did anybody in chat say, hey, Joe? All you other ones are sons of bitches. I tell you. Say hi to Joe, God damn it.
Animated hostile deleted.
Getting dizzy turning around so darn fast. I'm really trying not to curse anymore on stream. I think YouTube is super weird about, like, it's so overly kiddie friendly, so they can basically not get sued, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. The whole algorithm using certain words, they just won't recommend you. It's just frustrating. By the way, if any of you guys here had watched my the whole beta, how to download, and it's doing pretty well. So if any of you guys have watched it here, I appreciate you for watching it.
Ready to collect that bounty? Your party is close. Where's the jackpot? No, tango down? How many ways are there to
I mean, I suppose we could stow it just for the next game, because we have to do one way or the other. Even if we have all 4 challenges for this done, we have to play at least one more, because we got to get like, what, another 250 some kind of AR kills, and I don't remember. And that's if we get all these. For whatever reason, I marked them to track my challenges for the shoddy, but they didn't track. I'm still getting stuff for the torque bow. I called it the recurve bow the other day. It's the torque bow. See, torque bow to me is Gears of War. You guys remember the initial? Do you guys play Gears of War 1? That initial when you get the torque bow for the first time in the campaign, and there's those. I don't know what those guys were called, but they were hard to beat. Is this going to be final? Because there's one up here, right? So this is going to be final down here, so I can basically stay here. I'm 90% sure you only made it because I brought it up. What? Made what? What are you talking about, Mitchell? You know what? Let's see. I don't want to waste my... Let's see if we can get a, and that doesn't count as an AR, does it? Oh boy. Those guys blow up. I hate those things. This is not an AR, is it? Oh, that is, though. Okay. Here, let's do this. Let's do this super quick. Okay. Let's see if we can get all of our kills. Oh, wait, is this a tac? Which tac? I don't know if this is the AR or the LMG or whatever. You know, there's like, in Modern Warfare 2, there was same kind of class of gun. It was like the TAC, but it had the AR, the SMG version, the LMG version, the marksman rifle version. Drop in and read the name. Okay. It's TAC 56. Oh, this is it. This is it. We got it. Okay. Didn't have to drop it either. Cool.
That's one undead dipshit.
So I'm not sure how many kills we needed, but we're gonna stay here at for final, which should be called in literally in a second. Well, no, after that one, I suppose. But it will be here. And then we'll just get a ton of kills, hopefully, with it. I don't know. We're really pushing it at the end. We literally just got this thing. So we'll see. Maybe we can get this done in one game. Be kind of a nice little, a little bonus. And if we have all of it done in one game, we could hop over. We could definitely go do the, we could try to do the boss, final boss again. I want to see if that, if I can find that, the WD-40 thing. I wonder if it spawns in the same location. So you guys, you were here when I did it the first time, right? Some of you were at least. You know how there's like the beam of light and you have to go over towards the beam of light, right? There's one, when you spawn in, there's one to your left and there's one to your right. And it was just sitting over at the one, that whole platform, that little island, you know how those little islands there? It was just sitting on the one over to the right, like kind of a little bit off to the side, but it was just sitting over there. Because we had done, that was the second island that we did, me and my friend, when we were doing the story mode. And I had already started boosting away, and he's like, hey, what's this RFD thing? And I was like, oh, wait. Like, how was that here? I thought it was only for, you know, in like the tier 5. So we could maybe even do that, like try to find that, and do the secondary boss fight, and get this special camo. I don't even see what that was for. See, the problem here is this gun is really not strong. I don't even have a tool on it at all, even a basic one. So, you know what we should do? Just get rid of the manglers. Okay. Now we're just mow them down. Let's go. I have a minute and a half.
Undead detector removed.
We literally killed everything.
Wind's picking up and the clouds aren't getting any lighter. Finally, hurry the hell up.
Oh, Manny. Okay, I gotta get on. I don't want to get left behind. They're literally under my feet. R for D.
Right here. Got the cabin. X4 hero headed back.
I think you need to have one of those spore contracts inhibitors for a sigil. Well, the one that's on the way to get it in like the tier 5 dark ether is you literally just go under. Oh, you do need an inhibitor. Yeah, you do. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. I thought for the first one, maybe do you? I thought for the first one you could just go and shoot it and kill it. But maybe not, maybe not. But I can bring one in anyway. By the way, if there's anybody here that has not dropped a like on the stream yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Helps me out a lot and doesn't, you know, cost you anything other than being a nice person. You could be like Joe up there, be a nice person. All right, we got 4 things done. We did not get them all done. Oh, it's not recommended. It had to be a recommended AR. See, like, why is it not? I have like a tracking, but it's not tracking. Okay, so let's go. We have to do a class where we have a recommended AR. We can unequip that. I think we're going to... Oh, you know what? Let's do the torque ball ones as well, because we had stuff that was... we were tracking on that anyway, right? I got the camo. I got the upgrade camo. We need 110 more kills with it, Pat. Yo, what's your thoughts on the new zombies map? Paper, man, good to see you again, by the way. I love that name. That's a really good name. And then get 10 specials with the torque. So we're going to bring this in. And then here we'll start something new. Going to leave the FJX horse as is. We can take this off because I kind of do care about it. But we need to get the other thing done. So my thoughts on it. I didn't mean to equip it. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I was definitely disappointed. I'll say that for what we saw from Liberty Falls today. But overall, I am still very, very positive thinking about the game in general, like zombies in general. Terminus still looks awesome, I think. As far as like just a playable zombies map, I think it's going to be really fun. I'm trying to think of what I want. I think we're going to use the BAL. I mean, I've used the SCG. Like, let's use the BAL. Yeah, it's yeah, same. First map definitely carry. Yeah, it was kind of funny because I was mentioning this earlier, Paper Root. Like the gameplay from Terminus looked awesome. The trailer for Terminus was like, it's okay. That's not an amazing trailer. And then for Liberty Island, the trailer was bananas great. And then the gameplay was like, ooh. But I still don't think we actually saw everything today that will be available in-game. And by the way, did you notice? They said with the attachments, they're really not going to do a lot of the whole cons. Like, there's going to be slight cons, downticks for stuff, but it's mostly about bringing your gun up rather than really balancing, having that other downside of, like, well, your aim down sight speed for this gun is going to be, like, pretty slow. That's what they said. I mean, we'll see when we get our hands on it, and I think it's probably more about multiplayer. But I think, you know, it'll carry over for us. Which one do I want? It'll be fine. So, yeah, I actually think there's going to be more to what we saw today. Like, I think they hid some things from us. Like, we never got into, like, it doesn't mean it necessarily will, by the way, but we never saw where, you know, in the trailer we see Richtofen in that, like, Natural History Museum or the mansion or whatever the hell it is. But we didn't see any of that in the gameplay today. And supposedly there's people saying a lot of, like, there's an underground area that's you can access somehow. Like, there was some kind of barrier that you can go behind or unlock or something. So that could be a whole thing as well. Ooh, Sprint to Fire gets murdered there. What? These attachments are not awesome. Anything that I see here that, like, does that to hip fire, I'm like, instantly, no, not doing it. I saw a lot of hate on Twitter. I'm glad I'm not the only person not happy with it. Nothing hits like the old BO3 zombies. Yeah, I mean, do I even want to add anything else to this? I mean, BO3, I don't think that can always be our standard going forward. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, by the way, Paper. But, like, I think if we take, like, if it doesn't live up to the absolute best that it possibly can be every single time, we're all just going to be like, but it's not this good. Like, and I get it. I mean, I wish I wish it was better than BO3. I mean, but that's a super high bar. They've really, like, in no other game have they even come close, in my mind, to achieving what they achieved in Black Ops 3. Ironically, well, I don't know about ironically, but I think in some ways, like, BO4 was probably the closest, because a lot of people say, well, BO2, well, it has Origins and Mob of the Dead, two of the best maps ever made. But it also has two of the worst maps ever made in Transit and Die Rise. I mean, and Buried is, like, you know, a lot of people's top 10, some people's top 5 even, but, you know, I think either way you want to put it, like, it's a fun map. Why, like, none of these look text and spread. I don't care about that. Recall control. We'll put this on. I kind of, like, I always want to put, like, all attachments on. Oh, let's put our special 115. Well, we could put that on. Oh, I unlocked another Mercury camo today, by the way. Oh, not today, a couple days ago. Let's put our special 115 camo on, though. This is our BO6 pre-order bonus. So we'll pop that on. And we can put our little charm on. Our Dark Ava charm. If we can... There she is. Dark Ava, the entity. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Equip that. And we have the torque bow. So what were the challenges? 300 kills. Oh, just 300 kills with it. Okay, so like one contract, escort contract. We're probably pretty good on that. And then when we get into the game, we'll see the challenges that I had for the torque bow. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. And I think we'll craft. Yeah. And then we'll swap that with... Do you want... Oh, I had enough room. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. So yeah, I think there was a lot of positives today. I think there were some negatives. It definitely, like I said, it kind of... It was like... I was up here, like, oh my god. Especially after the trailer for Liberty Falls. And then we saw the gameplay today. And now I'm like... down here, but it's still like I'm still in a good place. And I don't know if you guys caught this. They said a third map is coming out before the end of this year, meaning like in December. We're getting a third map. Now, the only thing that makes me worried, that kind of makes me a little bit nervous, because we're supposedly only getting 6 total maps. So that means from January through till October, we're getting 3 more maps, and that's it. Or are we getting a little surprise summer outbreak mode on Verdansk, or something else? I don't know. I'm guessing we won't see custom BO6 for PC. Probably not, but I honestly don't know anything about that. Like, I've not really heard anything about that. Or have I? No, I don't think I have. BO3 was the last to integrate custom zombies. Yes, I mean, it's been a long time. I really wish they would. Even if they just put it onto like the Cold War engine, I mean, I think the Cold War engine's good. It plays super smooth. I really enjoy playing zombies on Cold War. It's very smooth. It's very fluid. It feels good all the time. I'm totally fine with it. But yeah, I definitely wish they would kind of bring the custom side up to date a bit. I don't know now, though, with everything being on the same engine, like how everything's in the Call of Duty app now. It's like the HQ. Everything's off of the same engine. I kind of wonder, it makes me like think that they wouldn't do it. Like, I don't know. I know nothing about modding and customs and all that kind of stuff, like how to do any of that stuff. I don't know like whatever. But I know like you're into the files and porting things from here to there and doing whatever. So would they say no to that because it's like letting people in and seeing like too much behind the scenes stuff that they don't want them to be aware of fully? I don't know. Okay, so let me look at these 300 kills. Well, it's pack-a-punched. And 10 specials. Okay, so let's go get our 300 kills with this. We can maybe get that done in one contract. Usually I don't get quite 300 in this particular escort contract over here for whatever reason, but we'll give it a shot. We will absolutely try to kill everything on our way over there. My favorite AR from AW. And I've got the hip fire set up on it pretty good. That's pretty good. Can't complain. Liberty Falls just looked too similar to Modern Warfare Zombies for me. I don't know. It feels kind of like a multiplayer map in my opinion. Yeah, it definitely felt, and some other people here were saying earlier, you know, it felt a bit like Outbreak from Cold War. And I agree with those things as far as the way it looks. It didn't give off like a zombies vibe kind of a thing. Like it didn't have any kind of, ooh, what is that? Like Zombies is kind of like a, ooh, what is that? What is that over there? Like, you know, it shouldn't just be in the light of day. Everything looks and feels completely normal. In the light of day, maybe, but it shouldn't feel normal to the bright lights of day. It should feel kind of creepy. But that was the thing. Like, there's a lot of people don't think of it. They just automatically think like zombies, nighttime, whatever. But they don't realize how many maps occur in the daytime. And some of our best maps ever. I was saying earlier, you know, Origins and Horizon Draka, Garad Crovey. So many of our best maps ever take place during the day. The daytime is not, in and of itself, the bad part. It's when you don't give it any kind of feel. And when it's just kind of that, like I said, from Outbreak on Cold War, like Golova. Like, that just felt like you were out for a stroll anywhere. Like, it just some, like, kind of countryside stuff. Like, there's some flowers, it's sun shining. It's just very bland. It's boring. Which was the problem with Outbreak on Cold War. It was just, I mean, I liked the mode, but, you know, overall, I liked it as a first attempt. Overall, it was just kind of boring, though. And that's the vibe that Liberty Falls gave off today. And so that's not awesome. Again, if it turns out that's our high round, get an absolute S-ton of kills to level up your stuff, to get your augments going, unlocking attachments, etc. Like, okay, I can live with that. I'm not happy about it, but I can live with it. I would rather, you know, it's just like another awesome Easter egg, another awesome map to hang out on. And again, I think we haven't seen enough of it to fully judge. So I will reserve judgment, but what I saw today doesn't make me super hopeful. It makes me less hopeful, I should say, about it than I was beforehand. But we'll see. We'll see. I heard double tap isn't making a return. We don't need it. If it's gonna be anything like Cold War, we definitely don't need double tap. I'm totally fine with that. I actually didn't want, like, when Cold War was active and, you know, it's like, okay, it's Forsaken's the last map coming, like, what new perk do you think we're gonna get? And people were like, double tap. I'm like, I actively hope we do not get double tap. You're already so powerful in that game once you get the Ethereum crystals and upgrade your stuff, upgrade your weapons, upgrade your ammo mods, upgrade, you know, all the things you can upgrade in that. And by, let's face it, by Forsaken, you know, most of us had done all of the upgrades. I mean, I did them, you know, the week they came out. But, like, we didn't need to be any more powerful in that game. I don't think, at least. You know, with the field upgrades and everything, and, like, I'm totally fine with not having it. I mean, I like double tap. I think it's a good perk. I just don't think it's, you know, in, like, the old games in Black Ops 3, it was necessary. I don't think it's necessary in Cold War, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be necessary in BO6. So, I'm okay with that. I think the problem with COD is they want to take much risk to do new things. Not much risk to do new things. Yeah. As one of the things I was talking about earlier, Joe, is to me they've got like they're trying to be one size fits all for everybody. They want all the multiplayer people to play Warzone and to play zombies, and they just want it to be one thing, and it's just not one thing, man. What made zombies popular in the first place was that it is so outside of the rest of Call of Duty. It never felt like Call of Duty in the past. It feels like zombies, which is a part of Call of Duty. I know I'm kind of doesn't fully make sense what I'm saying, because it's all part of Call of Duty, but at the same time, it is, but it isn't. Like, you know, the older games, like, there are some times and some things that are taken from whether it's multiplayer maps, whether it's from the campaign, but not a lot. And for the most part, Zombies has felt outside of the game. Yeah, we can do that, sure. It's felt like something different, and when they try to make it feel too much the same, you know, I think you're sacrificing. You're getting some people to come try it, but I don't know how much they're sticking around. We got 200 kills. We need another 100. Okay, let's just do another.
That's one undead dipshit.
So we didn't get there. That's all right. We will. Next one. Next one. Anytime we see, dude, my stick drift is insane.
That camp is heavily guarded. Smoke out that
Who's shooting me? I'll shoot you right in the face. When we see doing this escort step, though, just type in bow in the chat, because I need to get 10. Oh no, that's until not after we get like another 100 kills with this thing. All right, never mind. Don't mind me. But once we get this challenge done, it should be about halfway through this escort. Then we're going to swap over to the bow. And we can hopefully get those kills. By the way, can you guys hear some music in the background? Like marching band type music? Because there's a high school over there, and I think there's like a game going on. I just realized I can hear like trumpets and stuff. Like, hey, go team, let's go. I have the windows open because it's another hot one. It's cooling down now. It feels nice. Will they really score streaks on the new zombies? Yeah. They can't please everyone, that's for sure. I mean, but that's the thing is, when you start trying to please everyone, that's when you actually have the opposite effect and you push people away, because it becomes so homogenized and vanilla and bland that it's like, well, what's the point? I mean, the whole thing about zombies is, it's like, whoa, what the hell? What is this? You know, if you think of World at War, like, what was that? And then you got characters like Richtofen and like the whole Ether crew, right? They're kind of wild, weird dudes. There's magic involved in this kind of stuff. There's multi-dimensions. There's these creatures. I mean, forget the zombies themselves, but like these other creatures involved is also like, huh? What is this stuff? It's a horror movie, but funny. You know, it's kind of like Evil Dead kind of a vibe, you know? Like, you're scared, you're kind of grossed out, but you're laughing as well. And they just the whole, you know, with Cold War, with like the generic operators that we played at, like that was kind of bad. And like, that's a bad sign. Like, what are they doing? We don't want that. I mean, I don't want that. And now we're getting, you know, we're getting a crew back. Like, good. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if the people in charge now. You kind of, you know, it's in the past you've been able to kind of like say, okay, this is Blundell's, because they had, you know, they had more autonomy. I mean, Blundell was made co-head of Treyarch Studios for Black Ops 4. Like, he was in charge. Him and Vondahar.
Zombie neutralized.
And when it's become more corporate, I mean, Microsoft is literally a multi-trillion-dollar company now. That kind of stuff always makes me nervous. But anyway, like I said, I'm actually still genuinely looking forward to this new game. I still think it's going to be good. It sounds like I'm like doing a lot of complaining, but we're just talking about like. I'll clarify. Like I think it's going to be good, and I am definitely looking forward to it. And I'm definitely playing Terminus first. What was that? What the hell? Oh, it's up there. I've not seen that happen. I played this game a lot. I'm over level 1000, and 99% of that is playing zombies. And I've done escort contracts a bunch, and I've never seen the ACV pick up a power drop before. That was pretty funny. $300 kills. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Oh shoot! I don't have PhD on, so that will actually hurt me. Oh, I don't want. Ooh. I almost grabbed that nuke. Okay. No. Give me PhD. No. Okay. Two things. We're gonna take that vehicle.
Well, looks like someone remembered to lock the door behind them.
Damn dog. Okay. Get that. That dog. Okay, let's see how well... I have explosive tips on this, by the way. It knocks him down. Doesn't kill him, though. Oh, you know what? I actually do want to kill him. Doesn't do a good job of sticking to him, though. Whoa! I need 10 special kills. There we go. Okay, that was one. And I really need to go get PhD so I can not do damage to myself. I mean, it's just not very strong though, is it? And we're gonna need to go... Some more ammo. Shoot you in the face. Got more ammo there. Okay. Where was that car? Right there. We're gonna go get we'll get Speed Cola off the ramp, and then we'll go head in and we'll get Seriously? Seriously? And then we'll go get PhD.